Hello, everybody, and happy, what is it, Tuesday? How is everybody doing today? It's Tuesday, January 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. This is Lisa Freeman from stampingwithlisa.com coming to you live. Hello, 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 everybody. I see a lot of comments. I was just reading them. So for some reason, my computer's not doing anything, but hopefully it'll catch up in a minute. So good evening. Hello, hello. How is everybody? I see everybody saying hello. Debbie Spicer's the only one with heat, I think, and everybody else is cold. We were kind of chilly today. We had, it was sunny, but it was like a high of maybe 48, 50, something like that. So, Nancy, I do not know where these words are from. My thoughts are with you. I want to say it's got to be a flower set, though, because that's just about all I have. No, it's not all I have. But I use this one all the time, so I just can't think of where it's from. Does anybody know this one right here? Where the, well, it's backwards, I think. My thoughts are with you. What stamp set that is from? Spice Girls got 78 degrees and sunshine. Hey, Beth. How you doing, girl? I have a bunch of orders from the new mini. 25. Oh, Cam, you must be freezing. Hi, Tina. You know what? I just got a card from you in the mail today. And it's postmarked December 29th. So I don't know if it just has been stuck in the mail or what. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Mel. Hey, Therese. Hey, Loretta. Oh, I can see everybody just right in front of me now. Hey, Tony. But I got to look over here to see the comments that already went by. They're just kind of going by really fast. Hey, Patricia. I thought I'd show myself today since I have a little bit of makeup on and my hair's kind of okay looking. I haven't shown myself in a while. 25 is nice for here. Where are you from, Cam? Hey, Debbie. Hey, Terry. 80s in Texas. Ugh, that's like summertime. Okay, nobody has, oh, thanks for these are my like $5 glasses from Sam's. Anybody remember? Oh, thanks, Mel. Oh, North Dakota. Ah! Anybody remember what set this is from? Not this one, the words for this one. My thoughts are with you. Anybody remember? I just can't remember. Oh, thank you. You guys are so sweet. Let me see. Jean, you're so sweet. Oh, Tennessee. Status on my phone. Oh, my God. I'm just getting so aggravated with the phone. So I called the Verizon lady yesterday. She goes, oh, let me check into it. So they did another, like, remote where they hook it into my phone remotely and did some stuff, and then I didn't hear from her. So then today I go to make a phone call, and it says, what does it say? This line is not available. Do you want to use your other line? And I was like, what does that even mean? So everybody's number that I clicked on to call, it just popped up this message that said, line unavailable. Do you want to use your other line? And I'm like, what does that mean? I don't know. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. The sympathy set, I don't know. It sounds like it would be a sympathy set, but I don't know. I'll have to go look tomorrow. But I'm pretty sure it's current because I pulled all my retired sets off the shelf over the weekend and got rid of them. So I don't know. You're freezing even though your husband says it's impossible to when the temperature is 52. Well, I was freezing, so I had to turn the heater on. I got my heat on my house on, but that's like 67. So I turned my little heater on. My screen is just going around in a circle and I cannot see myself on there. So hopefully you guys are not freezing like on the screen or buffering or something. Can you guys see me and hear me? Okay. It says I'm still live on my phone, but I can't see my, let me see if I refresh the screen, if it'll work. You're good. Okay. Okay, it's back now. Let me see if I can catch up. Prized Peony? Prized Peony. It's from Prized Peony? Well, that's crazy. If it is from Prized Peony, because I pulled that set and I thought I had all the stamps in there. So if it is, I'm sorry. Oh, yikes. Okay, why is my screen still freezing up? That's so weird. Let me see, I'll refresh it again. Oh, there I am. Okay. I can see myself now. Oh no, it's Prize Peony. That's my favorite set. I should have known it was from that. Okay, so sorry guys, it is retired. So I won't be able to use that anymore. And that's one of my favorite sayings too. Well, I guess that's where it was, because I pulled that set and put it away. So I could have sworn everything was in there. But that's, I guess, what happens. I don't know. Usually I check them all. I did not get rid of that set though, because I know if I was selling it, I would have really double checked to make sure everything was in there. Congrats on the viral mama video. I know it. It's up to 100 and almost 30,000 now. So I was excited to see that. It hit 100,000, I think, on Sunday. And then it's probably higher than that. I don't know. It's crazy though. I'm excited about that. And she is like beside herself. I called her to tell her when it was at 60,000 and she just was like crazy excited. So anyway, I'm going to turn it down. I just wanted to say hello and show my face, let you know I'm still alive. And so I like this way though, because then I can see everybody's comments, but then you guys can't see what I'm doing, so I have to turn it down. So I'm gonna move this, and then I've got to, let's see, flip it around. Okay, so there we go. And put it in my little holder. And hopefully this is straight. Okay. Can you see? Good. There we go. All right. Looks like everything is good. So this is what we're making today. And hopefully I'm straight now. Didn't need $95 high-speed internet. That video was a hoot to watch. Yes, it was. I have probably watched it 100 times myself because I just keep checking it, you know, every day to see how many views it has. And every time I look to see how many views it has, I have to watch it a couple more times because it's so funny. And it still makes me laugh just as hard as it did the very first time that I was taping it. I mean, every single time I crack up dying laughing. So, and it's so funny because she is like that when she's at my house. She's really perky and funny, but when she's at her house, she's totally the opposite. She's like grumpy and, you know, she doesn't want to do anything. She doesn't want me to touch anything. She's a hoarder and there's nowhere to sit. So I have to stand up when I'm there, and we have to eat. Like, I would have to sit on the floor, which is disgusting. I'm not doing that. So I'll try to clean off a little space on the couch or something, but she's got piles of stuff everywhere. It's crazy. All right, so I did get one more Christmas card. This one is from Tina Berry, who's watching, and it is so cute. I love it. So she put this little fur on here. I'm not sure if she groomed her dog or cat and just threw that on there. No, I'm kidding. It's got glitter in it, so I don't think it's from the animal. That's the first thing I thought, though, when I first pulled it out. I'm like, oh, that looks funny. But it's like a Santa outfit. So, and then you open it up. It's got a little Velcro there. And it is really cute. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I thought that was adorable. But it just cracked me up. When I first pulled it out of the envelope, I was looking at it going, that's interesting. But it's very soft. But thank you, Tina. I thought that was really cute. And then also, don't forget, if you place an order this month, not only do you get a free celebration item, but you will get this card kit. in the mail to make these 3 cards if your order is over $50 and use the host code. So please don't forget to use the host code. If your order is $100 or more and you use the host code, you get all of these. So you get the 3 cards in the kit and you get the rhinestones from the champagne rhinestones. And you'll make these yourself though. You don't get the actual cards. You get all the supplies to make the cards. So that is that, plus your free celebration item. There's lots of stuff to pick from in here. This is one of my favorites. And also what we're using today is one of my favorites. So this is the paper we're using today, but notice the difference here. Do you notice the difference? How that is white? Because this is what it starts. Oh, I don't have it here. I do have it here, but it's got stuff on it. So it starts out white. And then I saw a video of this other demonstrator from the UK. Her name is, I don't know how to say it right, Nigezza or Nigezza. It's Nigezza Creates. And she's a demonstrator from the UK. And she does pretty much all vintage stuff. Everything I looked at on her website was vintage. But she used this paper and she used tea to stain the paper. And I was like, that is so cool. And her card, she made like journal pages and tags with it. And it was so pretty. So I decided to copy her idea, but I did not use tea. I'm going to show you what I did and show you how I did it. So hopefully you will enjoy it. And also we're using the stamp set Dainty Delight and also Ranunculus Romance. And then I have a little speckle stamp that I just picked up off my table. It's in like 7 or 8 stamp sets that we have. So just pick any speckly stamp to do your dottage, as Ruth always says, from Artful Stamping with Ruth, who's one of my favorite demonstrators. All right, so you can get this paper for free with a $50 order. So that's always a perk. I've gotten, I think I'm on my 8th pack free now because I keep ordering more because I absolutely love it. You can make like so many cards with it. It's so pretty. So, okay, you guys are talking amongst yourself, aren't you? Patricia says, okay, now I need to groom my dog to make a card. That's funny. Starla's on here. I didn't see her. Come on. Hey, Starla. Let's see. Nicole Blowers from Australia. Ah, you don't know about the extremely rare glitter mink. Oh, I don't. Is this glitter mink? Maybe this is glitter mink that I have on here. I could cut it off and make a little scarf out of it. It's really soft though. I like that idea. That's cute. I bought one of those, what are those things called? From the Dollar Tree one time. A boa. You know, boa. That's like the feathery stuff. And I bought it to make cards with. And so I was cutting like little pieces to put on a card. And I'm telling you what, that stuff gets everywhere. It's the biggest mess. Okay, so you got the name of the demonstrators. Nigezza, Nigezza Creates is the one that I got the idea for this card from. So what do you think I did to... Now, these are 2 different ones. This one is done with the blending brush and crumb cake. So this one is the blending brush. This one is done with the aqua painter and the ink refill in the lid. So when you finish doing it, this is, you can kind of see it better on here. So this is one that I did that's already dry. So you can kind of see, I just took the brush, I dipped it in the lid, and I'm going to do it for you. This was my very first try at it, and I kind of messed up here. So I was trying to do one with these words in the middle and go sideways, but it didn't even look that good. So I just went ahead and switched it and did up and down. So, but you can see when I did the brush, you do get some white areas, which is good. And it's a lot darker when it's wet than when it dries. And you can either let it air dry or you can dry it with the embossing tool. Or if you were like me and lazy, I had my heater sitting next to me. So I just kind of stuck it in front of the heater for about 2 minutes and it dried it. So I was like getting ready to get up and go get my heat tool, and I was like, let me just see if it'll work with the heater sitting here. So I just held it right in front of the heater, and it dried it in like 2 seconds. So I'm going to be using this one since it's already dry. I didn't feel like bringing my heat tool with me, but I'm going to show you how to make both of them. So you can do both, and then which one do you like better? They're pretty much the same stamped wise, but this one has the water and the re-inker, and this one has the sponge, the blending brush. So it's just a little bit lighter, and it takes a little bit more time to do it. This way is really fast. It only takes like a second, but you just got to let it dry. So let me see. Starla, where you been? I'm trying to catch up on the comments. Sometimes they get stuck and sometimes they keep going, and so I got to scroll back. Can I laugh, Nicole? Of course you can laugh. Mimi says, I used Quiet Meadow. What is Quiet Meadow? Is that Quiet Meadow? The stamp set Quiet Meadow? I got that one out too, but half of it was in another box, so I decided not to use it. Hollywood, Florida. I know, I think it does look really pretty. I'm really happy with the way these cards came out. Let me see. Okay, so right one, left one, lighter one. Oh, you guys all like the lighter one? Now that's funny, because I think I like this one the best. Well, dang. Do you want to see how I did the, everybody likes the blending one better, but do you want to see how I did it with the re-inker? Here, let me switch them around. I think the light is hitting it. So if I switch it around, now they look the same, because they look kind of the same. This one's a little bit darker. Darker. So, okay, I'll show you how to do it, but I'm still going to have to use this one because I only brought 2 other ones with me, and one's going to be wet. Okay. All right, I'll do both. Okay, so here's what you do. So you need something that's waterproof on your mat so you don't get that wet. And then, oh, first I got to tell you what you need to have, so that would help, wouldn't it? All right, so you need 2 pieces of crumb cake, 5.5 by 8.5, 2 pieces of Mossy Meadow, 5 1/4 by 4, 2 pieces of Very Vanilla, 5 1/4 by 4, 2 pieces of that designer paper, and it is 5 by 3 3/4, and you get 6 out of a piece of paper of the 12 by 12. And then these are just little scraps that I had to do the words on. So I just grabbed some scraps. This one is like 3/4 of an inch, and this one is 1 inch. So just however big your words are that you're using, just grab some scrap of that width. And then these are just scraps that were around, you know, that I can layer with it. Okay. Having the heat on all day just makes me so thirsty. All right, whoops, wait a minute. Let me leave that on there and put these right here. Let me see, I'll take these off. Put these right here so you can take a screenshot. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. Everybody get a screenshot of that? Is it too high? Hold on. Let me pull it down just a little bit. There we go. All right. So take a screenshot of that and we'll get started. Okay, so for the inside, we'll do that first because it's super easy. All you got to do is stamp the flower. And I stamped that with this one, which is from the Dainty Delight set. And that goes on our vanilla. So we're just going to stamp that right on the side. So I just did it like that. So that's the inside of the card. I just re-inked this pad so it's super juicy. All right, so that's that. So that's going to go inside of our card. So I'm just going to set that to the side. All right, so one of these we're going to sponge with the blending brush. So I'll do that one first. So you're just going to take your blending brush. Let me get some scrap paper. And you're just going to sponge away. And hopefully I'm not shaking the camera. So this gives you a little bit of a workout for your arm, because you got to do a lot of ink. So you need a juicy pad. I started out with a not juicy pad and it was taking me forever, so I had to re-ink it. I do have a cute little joke for you tonight. Actually, I have 3 or 4 that I found, so I'm going to save those for the next few videos. I actually got quite a bit accomplished this weekend, which is unusual, but I finally caught up on almost everything that I had to get done, and got all my cards ready. I had class today, which was a lot of fun, and had a newbie, a stamping virgin, who had never stamped before, and she really enjoyed it. So that was fun. And I got a new recruit today, which was also great. And you guys know about the awesome special. So if you are thinking about ordering, you can get $175 of product, whatever you want, plus the mini embossing machine, plus a paper pumpkin kit, plus free shipping, all for $129. Or if you don't want the mini embossing machine, you can get you can get everything else except the embossing machine and get it all for $99. So there's 2 different options. You can get either one. But either way, you get $76 of free product. And if you get that mini embossing machine, you're getting that for half price too. So it's normally $60. You're getting it for $30. Okay, so that's pretty good, I think. You can keep adding it as much as you want. I think that's pretty good though. All right, so there's the difference between what it starts out looking like and then after being sponged. So that's the first one. And then what we're gonna do now is take the mat here. And now I tried doing it with the ink refill in the aqua painter or the water brush, and it did not come out very good. So that's why my water is yucky, because I stuck like 2 or 3 drops of re-inker in there, but it was not dark enough. So I left it in there, but it's pretty much just water. So you're gonna take your refill, this is crumb cake, and put a bunch of refill in there. I probably should have put like 10 drops in there, I don't know. And then squeeze some water out and get it really juicy. And the more water you put in, the lighter it will be. So if you want it lighter, just put more water. And then kind of check it. That's a little bit dark, but let's put a little bit more water. Okay, so then just start coloring. So you just go across, and it is going to dry lighter. So don't worry if it looks dark to start with. And if you have white spots, that's totally fine. But look how fast this goes. And you can just, if you're doing a whole bunch of these, this is way easier. I like this one better. All right, so there you go. So then you just let it dry. So it's darker when it's wet, and then once it's dry, it dries just like paint on your, well, no, I think paint on your walls dries. Does it dry lighter or darker? I think it dries lighter. So that's what it looks like dry. So that's wet, that's dry. So we're gonna use this one and just set this aside for right now. Put my lid back on, and then just take a paper towel, wipe that out. It'll be all right for a few minutes though, till I'm done with it. And make sure when you put your lid on, you get this whole brush in the lid, because you don't want to like split it apart. All right, so I still need this scrap paper. Okay, so now we've got our 2. So This is the one with the blending brush. This is the one with the aqua painter and the refill. So we're done with that. All right, so I'm going to stamp my words real quick. So they're going to go on here. And I've got the Celebrate You, which comes from the Dainty Delight paper, stamp set. And the other one, I guess, is from the Retired Prized Peony one. Sorry about that. So just stamp this right on your scrap paper. Oops. There we go. And then stamp this one on the other one. And there you go. All right, so there's our words. I'm just gonna save that green for a minute. And that was Mossy Meadow. So tonight we're using Crumb Cake. So far we've used Crumb Cake here. This was Mossy Meadow. The inside for the flower, that was Crumb Cake. And we're gonna stick with Crumb Cake for just a few minutes and do some more stamping. And then we're gonna bring back the other colors too. All right, so that's done. All right, so we're gonna do both of these at the same time because they're pretty much exactly the same. All right, so we're gonna take the words. These are the words from Ranunculus Romance, and we're gonna ink them up. And we're just gonna stamp kind of all over. I stamped off and then just kind of, I don't know why this always comes out crooked for me, but I think I put my sticker on a little bit crooked. So you're just going to do some of these all over. I'm getting them pretty straight. But you don't want it to overpower your flowers, so maybe one more. Okay. All right, so there's that one, and then we're going to do the same thing on here. So just stamp off. And just kind of create your background. I'm actually doing pretty good getting these straight, though. I'm impressed with myself. All right, so there we go. So we've got our background with the words. Then we're going to take, let me see what I do next, the flowers. And I think I did the flowers in green. Yeah, I did. All right, so we're going to move back to the green. So I'm going to take the flowers, and I know I stamped off on this too, and I just put some like random there. Maybe one more. So there you go. And just make sure you stamp off. You don't want anything really dark because you don't want to take away from the center flower. Okay, so there's our flowers done. And then, let's see, we've got these little teeny words. I don't know what this says, just R number something. So I'm going to do that also in the green and stamp it off. And just do a few of those. Just to give it a little bit of something, something. I kind of wish I had my postage stamp, but I can't find that. That goes with it's either this set or might be Quiet Meadow. One of them has a postage stamp that I like, but it's somewhere. I don't know. I always do my projects like for the videos and stuff, and I have everything in the box, and then if I don't finish the stuff, then it sits in the box until I get around to doing it. So that's how I lose everything. All right, then I've got some dottage or sprinkles we're going to put on here. So we've got lots of little sprinkles. I can't believe you guys don't like the one with the ink refill. I think it's so cool looking with the lines in the middle. But she did it with tea. She just took bags of tea, made tea, and had it like in a jar and took a brush and went, and it came out exactly the same as mine. So I thought mine was a little bit easier than having to get tea, but all right, so I think we're done with green. So that was Mossy Meadow. And now I've got soft suede, and I'm going to use soft suede just for the butterfly. This is from Butterfly Brilliance, or Butterfly Brilliance. I don't know. I can't keep track of all the names. So I'm stamping off on this and do 3 or 4 of these on here. One more. And then do some on here. And if you don't like it so busy, you don't have to do so much on here. It doesn't matter. You do it however you want it because it's your card. All right, so there we go. So now we're good with that. And I think we're ready to put it together. Pretty sure I've done the stamping. All right, so what we're going to do next is put it on our Mossy Meadow paper, and then we're going to distress it. So make sure you use the green glue or some really good adhesive, especially if you're doing it with this one that was wet, because it's a little bit warped. So you want to make sure it gets flat. All right, so glue that down really good. And then I'm going to read some comments because I know you guys are chatting without me. You guys always are good about having your own conversations that don't even involve me. You guys have become such good friends now. It's so funny. Let me turn that over for a minute. Let me read comments while it's drying. Let's see. Like the watercoloring. Thank you, Melanie. The white flyaway spaces are very useful in art to direct the eye to other places on your project. Oh, that's good to know, Nicole. Starla's going to Salem, Oregon. Is that anywhere near Tillamook, where the ice cream is? I haven't had any Tillamook in a while, but I'm not losing any weight. I think I'm going to call this, I went to my primary care doctor, which is where I work, and I was talking to him, and he's like, you know, I told him I wanted to go back. I used to be on phentermine to help me lose weight a long time ago, and it really takes away your appetite and gives you energy. But he's like, Brett, I really don't want to do that because you have high blood pressure, even though I take medicine for high blood pressure, so I don't have high blood pressure. So like if they check it, it's always normal, but that's because I'm on blood pressure medicine. But so he's sending me to this like weight loss place. So he referred me to somewhere where they prescribe all that stuff, you know, to help you lose weight. All right, so this one, I just ripped off a little edge, and I already did it on this one, so both of them are ripped. And then I took this one and kind of got it about the same length and ripped that one. And then I also ripped it this way. I should have made it a little bit wider so it was easier to rip. The key to ripping is always to keep your thumb on the left side as you're pulling down. Okay, and we're going to distress the edge of this. I brought my old scissors, and I'm going to make a mess here. So you're just going to pull it towards you. And the funny thing was, I was sitting at my stamp table doing this, and the heater was on. So all these little, I was kind of doing it next to me, which is where the heater was, and they were all blowing right back in my face. All these little fuzz balls. And I was like, it was all over my shirt. Okay, so that just gives you some distress along the edges too. I made a big mess, but I'll dump it in the trash. I wish we still had that distressing tool that we used to have. I don't know what I did with mine. Whenever they discontinue something, I tend to like not use it, and then I lose it. So I'm sure it's somewhere in a box when I moved. Okay. Now I'm going to dump this in the trash. Okay. All nice and clean. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, I think I'm done with this color. Oh, I need the green back again. So I'm gonna take the green and take the words and just touch them to the pad and get a little bit of a edge to it. So I'm just kind of wiping the edge just a little bit. And that's gonna give me just a little bit of a colored edge there. So I'm just tilting it just a little bit. You don't want to tilt it too much or it's going to give you like a bunch of ink. Okay, so there we go. So we've got ink on that one, ink on that one. Oops. So now we're done with that. All right, so this one is going to go on here like so. You get to see me make some good bows tonight too. I'm doing the good bows with my fingers, with my hand, my whole hand. All right, this one I'm gonna glue to the very back. So I'm just gonna put a little teeny edge of glue right here and glue that on. Oops, I ripped it too short. You know what? I think I held this underneath the wrong one when I ripped it. Did I? I did. I put it under the wrong one. So it's too short. Let me rip it a little bit more off. And then it'll be even. I wanted them the same length. All right, now I'm gonna have to sponge that again. Silly me. Okay, there we go. Now I got them. Okay, let me stop and read comments for a second. Oh, Bill, you got my card in the mail today. All right, good. Hopefully everybody's gotten all their kits. Well, actually, today's only Tuesday. I mailed them out Saturday, so probably you guys will get them either today or tomorrow, depending on where you live. Jan says, every time I say crumb cake, she thinks of actual crumb cake. Oh, Jody's at Bible study. She's got to go. Darn. I went to the Verizon store last week, but I'm probably going to have to go back again. But I had classes today, and then tomorrow I've got to work, so I haven't had time. What color is that? I used crumb cake for most of it. The green is Mossy Meadow, and then the butterfly is soft suede. And everything was stamped off. So it's second generation. Let's see. Oh, Francine, hello from Canada, Quebec. I am in Willamette Valley quite a bit. Wonder if a light gray ink would give a similar result to go with the black or gray cardstock. Could try it. I just liked the way that she did the tea. I thought it looked so cool because it looked like iced tea stain. So, let me see. The post. Oh, Nicole, your mailman is coming, so hope there's happy mail for me. And I sent out a Christmas card. Everybody who sent me a Christmas card, I sent you one back. So I got all of those finished on Saturday also. But most of you guys should have gotten one like a while ago. Only the ones who have sent me ones late that I just sent them out. But I did send a Christmas card or a New Year's card to every single one of you that sent me one. Yeah, the words are definitely from Prize Peony. Well, I'm just going to have to stop using them then, I guess, huh? That just stinks. Uh-oh. Starla said she made a detailed card this morning and stuck her finger in the ink and ruined it. Don't you hate that? I always try to cover it with something. So, like, if I stick it somewhere, I try to hide it with words or something like that. All right, so one of these, we're going to get the big one. One, we're going to get the small one. And then I've got to make some bows. So I don't know what happened to my roll of linen thread, but for some reason it got in a hot mess. So this is what it came out like today. I don't know why the ends just came apart, but they did. So we just have a long roll of mess here. So I should have just grabbed another roll, but I didn't. So we're just gonna deal with it. It's like your Christmas lights when they're all tangled up. Okay, so here's what you do. So we've got it in our left hand. We're gonna wrap it around like scissors. We've got our fingers like scissors here. Wrap it around so it goes behind your top finger, in front of your bottom finger or your second finger. And however close you put your fingers is how big your bow will be. And I want mine about that big. So I'm wrapping it around. So once you get 3 times on this one, I'm doing a triple bow. Then you're gonna go that way. So we're gonna cut it. And I'm gonna do this again in a minute so you can see it if you missed it. All right, so after the 3rd time going around this finger, I've gotta bring it through this way. So between these 2 fingers, which is always the hardest part to get that through. All right, and then this piece right here that you just wrapped around, you've got to bring this up through there. So with this ribbon, it's easier because you can kind of roll it and then just pull that tight and then pull it off. And there you go. So now you've got your triple ribbon or triple bow, and just kind of fluff these up. And then I lost my curl a little bit here. Let's curl it around my finger a little bit. It's not as curly as that was. All right, so I want this to go underneath the Celebrate. So we're gonna put a glue dot behind this one. I don't want it on top of my words because I don't want them to cover it up. So we're just gonna put it like right here in the middle, and then put this on with dimensionals. And we still have some glitz we've got to do. So this is just going to go right over the corner is going to go right over where the knot and the glue dot are. And then just fluff this out. My fingers are not working today. Okay, there we go. And then we're just going to trim this up just a little bit. Okay. All right, so that one's good. Now we've got to do this one. So let's hope we can find the end again. Here we go. Nope. Wrong end. I have no idea where the end went. Wait a minute. I think it's in here. There it is. Okay. All right, so here we go. We're going right here across my fingers. All right, we're gonna go around the top one. So it's behind the top one, in front of the bottom one, around, 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 around. So 3 here. And then when you get to this one, we're gonna go this way. So cut it. Now we're done with this ball of stuff. All right, so now what you want to do, kind of keep this one out of the way. So this one right here, the one that came around that finger, goes behind here and comes around the front, and then it's got to go where this one I just went back there, this one right here. You want to go up through this, and now I'm losing my fingers here. Just kind of roll it up in there and then pull it. So there you go. All right, and then scoop it off your fingers. And there we go. So now we get a glue dot for that one. And put that one kind of right there. And I love these bows. They're just so cute. I'm so glad I finally learned how to do that. And let's put like 3 on here. And then, whoops, just the same thing again. I probably should put this a little bit lower. Wait a minute. Let's see if I can get it off. Okay. Oops, I missed the dot. It's not coming. Okay. There we go. All right, so we're going to put that right there. Hopefully, oh, not quite straight. There we go. Okay, so there we go. Trim that up. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, so now we're going to do some gems. So I brought the Milky Dots. These are the new, what are they called? Embellishments from the Spring Mini. So I'm going to be using the top ones. These little kind of clear, milky looking ones. And just put them wherever you want. So I'm going to use 3. And I put it in the center of that flower, kind of the center of that flower, and then one on there. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I love this card, these cards, both of them. And I really like this tea stain look. I'm surprised you guys don't like that. That you like this one better. I guess this one is lighter, but I like them both. All right, and then we've got to have some shimmer. I'm almost out, but I don't know what happened to my little jar. It's empty. So I got to go find another jar because I need to refill it. And if any of you guys want to know how to do the shimmer spray, I do have a video. It's Stamping 101. So if you just search Lisa Freeman Stamping 101, I have a video that shows you how to do all sorts of stuff for beginners. And one of them is how to make the shimmer spray. So if you ever want to know how to do it, just search that video because it's on my YouTube channel. All right, so here we go. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put the back piece on. And the inside, so we're not done. Okay, so we didn't even finish the card yet. All right, so this will go on the front. You guys are sitting there going, man, she's not even finished. Put this on your front. It's even better now. And then put our inside piece. I'm just thinking I'm already done. And then put that inside. Okay, now that one's done. Let's get this one. See, it's too bad I can't hear you guys because you'd be going, wait, you're not done. We kind of need like a Zoom one where you guys can talk too. Although you guys talk too much amongst yourselves, so I don't think I'd get too much in. Because you'd be talking, especially a couple people in here, like need detention maybe sometimes and have to stay after class, I think. Because they're so talkative. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so there we go. That one's in a tizzy here. All right, so there we go. We are all finished. Oh, I forgot my joke. Okay, this one's a short but sweet joke tonight. You ready? Okay, a pirate walks into a bar with a paper towel on his head, and the bartender says, hey, what's up with the paper towel? The pirate says, arg, I got a bounty on my head, on me head. I got a bounty on me head. I knew I was going to say that wrong. All right, so there you go. Got a joke tonight and 2 cards. I love these cards. Oh, gosh, they're so pretty. All right, so there you go. Gorgeous, gorgeous cards tonight. I hope you liked them. Let me read some comments real quick before we go. Oh, emboss the sentiment. Yep, that would be a good idea. Let's see. I shimmer all my cards now thanks to Lisa. Thank you. Oh, Reva says Ozempic, but I think it's higher dosage may go another name. Yes. Somebody was telling me about it. There's actually like 3 medicines that you can take for weight loss, and they're all for diabetes, I think. But there's one that's just for weight loss now, I think, that they took out the diabetes part of it or something, and it's just to take away your appetite. But they are kind of a little pricey, but I think hopefully my insurance will pay for it. Cats aren't Lisa's thing. That is an understatement. Let me see. I missed something. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to go back and read all these. Yeah, I think they are shots. My daughter's on not fastest Venturine, but it does work. Yeah, I think there's one called Saxenda, and then Ozempic, and then there's another one, and they all kind of do the same thing. Love watching me make bows. Thank you, Stella. I need your fingers at my house. Oh, hot mess was not an exaggeration. Thread challenge. Let me see. I'll let you know if I gotta call and make an appointment, so I'll let you know how it goes. I use my pointy tweezers to pull the piece of ribbon through at the end. That's a good idea. Chatting is so fun that I watch the replay to make my tutorials. So Starla, you're not even watching the video while I'm doing it. Yes, the shots are supposed to take away your appetite totally, because they found that they were giving the shots to people who had diabetes and they were all losing weight. So then they realized that it works for weight loss too. So they started giving it to people for weight loss. I've had several patients come in and tell me about it, that they were doing it. And they started it just because they had diabetes, but then they started losing weight because they were never hungry. So let me see. Love both cards. 100 pounds. That's what I need to lose, 100 pounds. But I just have to keep it off because I keep losing it and gaining it back. Happy I caught you live. Good to see you and not in the PJs. I know. I actually got dressed today because I had a class this morning, and then I went and ran some errands too. Bobette, you're in St. George, Utah? I've been there a bunch of times. I used to go to there every year for the Founder Circle trip with Stampin' Up. We always stayed at that Marriott, right like up against this mountain. That was so cool. And Stampin' Up would rent the whole Marriott for us. We used to have the best time. Yep, Sue says she uses the shimmer spray all the time too. Nicole, you want to stay in detention and stay after class? When I used to be a teacher, I used to have detention and nobody wanted to stay. Thank you guys. Yes, Ozempic is prescription. They're all prescription. They don't have anything over the counter that is good for weight loss that I know of. There's a lot of things that they say are good for weight loss, but I've tried all of them and they don't work. Let's see. No, Ozempic is for diabetes, but it helps you lose weight. Yeah, Cam, I've done Weight Watchers like 5 times and I always gain it back. Regina, you want to go to a crop for several nights. I think that would be fun. One of you guys is supposed to be organizing that here, like in Virginia Beach, so we can all have it here. Y'all can fly in and we'll I just don't have time to organize something like that because I work too much, but I would love to do it. And I would bring projects for everybody, but I just don't have time to organize the hotel thing. All right, you guys, it's time to go. It's almost 8 o'clock. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope you loved these cards. Make sure you like, give me thumbs up, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. And don't forget, if you want to order, here's the host code. And if you have a lot to order, then you're better off just to go ahead, sign up, become a demonstrator. Then you can order from yourself, get the discount. And you don't have to do anything if you don't want to, but a lot of people have signed up and then changed their mind because they decide they like to do it and their friends want to do it with them. So they can get a discount and get all their stuff cheaper. So that would be good. All right, you guys, I'll see you back on Thursday night for another episode of Stamping with Lisa. And take care, everybody. Bye-bye.